You know, there's something I've been trying to understand ever since I was a puppy. Why do humans even need a job? Seriously, think about it. Every single morning, my human wakes up before the sun, drinks that weird smelling bean water they call coffee, stares at the wall for a minute like they're questioning every decision they've ever made, puts on uncomfortable looking clothes, and then just leaves. Not for a walk, not to chase squirrels, not to play fetch. They voluntarily leave the house looking completely miserable. At first, I thought it made perfect sense. I assumed humans were going hunting. That's what animals do, right? You leave, find food, bring it back, everybody eats, everybody's happy. Simple. But after watching this routine for years, I've realized humans might be the worst hunters on the planet. Half the time my human comes home carrying nothing but a backpack, a laptop, and a face that says, "Please don't ask me how my day was."
And here's the strange part. The food doesn't even come from wherever they go. They stop at another building called a grocery store, where they exchange little plastic cards for food that was already sitting on shelves. So now I'm wondering, what exactly were they doing all day? Because from where I'm sitting on the couch, it doesn't look like hunting. It looks like they spent 8 hours collecting stress. Then there are the days when my human says they're working from home. Now that's where everything completely falls apart. Apparently, going to work means sitting in the exact same chair for hours, staring at a glowing rectangle, clicking little buttons, talking to invisible people, and sighing every 5 minutes. Sometimes they even argue with the rectangle. I've watched this happen. The rectangle never argues back, yet somehow it always wins.
Naturally, I decided to help. If the glowing rectangle was causing the problem, the obvious solution was to stand directly in front of it. I blocked the screen with my head, brought over my tennis ball, and even climbed into my human's lap. I thought I was saving the day. Instead, I heard, "Charlie, not now." Not now? This seemed like exactly the right time. If your job makes you sigh that much, maybe you should stop doing it and throw the ball instead.
The more I think about it, the more I realize dogs have already figured out the perfect work-life balance. We wake up whenever we feel like it, stretch dramatically, inspect the backyard for security threats, supervise breakfast preparation, patrol the neighborhood during walks, bark at suspicious delivery drivers, and then reward ourselves with a 3-hour nap. That's productivity. We protect the family, provide emotional support, maintain neighborhood surveillance, and somehow still manage to get 18 hours of sleep. Humans could learn a thing or two from us.
But maybe, just maybe, I'm looking at this the wrong way. Maybe humans don't work because they enjoy it. Maybe they do it because they love the people waiting for them at home. They work so there's food in my bowl, treats in the cupboard, toys scattered all over the living room, and a warm bed for both of us. They work so we can go on adventures, visit parks, and somehow end up with 5 different tennis balls, even though I only ever play with one. When I really stop to think about it, that's actually kind of amazing. My human spends the whole day doing something they don't always enjoy, just so I can spend my day doing absolutely whatever I want. That's a pretty good deal for me. I still don't understand why humans invented jobs instead of just taking naps together, but I guess if going to work means we get to live this life, maybe it's not such a bad trade after all. Although, if my human is watching this, I'd just like to make one small suggestion. Tomorrow morning, maybe skip work just once. I promise the squirrels aren't going anywhere. And neither is that tennis ball.